If you move to Nebraska, you could have this, you could have a yard, and you could have stairs, and I get all of that, and I have so many friends who've made that move and made that choice. Very good friends of mine said, when you have the second kid, you have to leave the city, and I just feel like it's not what I hope the lesson of this book and what this story is that it's not what anybody else tells you. It's what's right for you and your family and where you feel at home. And that concept is so intimate and personal.
Yeah, of course, suburbs at this point, maybe not within a block, but they're pretty diverse. If diversity was what you were looking for, you could look at the overall population of Nassau County, and it's probably one of the more diverse counties in America.
I know. I have very good friends in Montclair, and they keep saying Montclair is the answer. But I feel very strongly that cities have to be able to sustain regular working class people, and leaving can't just be the option for everybody. If we all throw up our hands and say, once you have 2 kids, you have to leave the city, that takes away something from the culture and the life of a city. And so I feel it's a statement for working class people to be able to stay here.
So you came to this late in the bubble when your goal was to stay in Brooklyn, and you wound up being only able to afford Manhattan. And this was after 20 years of families like yours wanting to stay in Manhattan and being forced to move to Brooklyn.
I started out as Bridge and Tunnel and was proudly Bridge and Tunnel, proudly Jersey, proudly Brooklyn. To me, Brooklyn meant being edgier and different. And I just assumed, as I still hear people saying, well, Manhattan is untouchable, Manhattan is unattainable. And what I discovered, just kind of circuitously and weirdly, is that there is actually a great deal of the city above 125th Street. I didn't know that. The city goes up to 220th Street. And there are a lot of great communities on this tiny island. And, when I tell people what my 6-word version of the book, Gimme Shelter, is, I say, priced out of Brooklyn, discovered Manhattan.
Gimme Shelter. Ugly houses, cruddy neighborhoods, fast-talking brokers, and toxic mortgages, my 3 years searching for the American dream, the more than 6-word version of the title of the book by Mary Beth Williams. Maybe you know her as the Takeaways culture critic, visiting us this morning on The Brian Lehrer Show.